So my name is Shane. I'm from Orlando, Florida. What brought me here to base camp was really just a healing journey that I was seeking to heal from within myself. There was a lot of little life transitions and difficulties in this past year of my life, and I just felt so stuck. And I knew I wanted to be part of something that would challenge me to really just internalize and really embrace much of who I am in Christ. Overcoming guilt or shame or self-doubt, and really being able to get to a healthy place as a man where I'm able to show myself some grace and, make the choice to move forward in life, to make the choice to continue to learn and grow and not find myself so stuck in my imperfections, so to say. What I loved about base camp, my experience wise, is how transformational these sessions were for me throughout the time, and particularly the relational aspect of everything. But one thing I've learned is really to embrace the reality of the entirety of my manhood. You're not just as a man of God, but as a father, as a husband, as a brother, a friend, even in my professional, career. And that's important to me, to not just embrace the realities of all of that. But what's unique about base camp is it don't just share the reality of manhood, but it also teaches you how to meet the demands of that reality. And that's really rare because, you may be educated or lectured, but then to come around with a lot of practical things to help you learn how to actually meet the demands of those realities as a husband, a father, and all those other things that are part of manhood. And that's a special thing that's transformational that I know I would take with me throughout life, in every aspect of life. Like I said, not just family, but, as a professional, in ministry and so forth. So again, not just knowing reality of what it is to be a man, but also how to meet the demands of that reality and to be challenged by other men. And so I'm excited to really get back to everyday life and really start to apply much of what I learned to, meet the demands of the reality of manhood. So I'm excited. Yeah. And I feel like for other men, that's a big part of why I would encourage other men to come. I don't think it's like new revelation or knowledge and things you may never heard of. But again, I think it's that part that is applicable and challenging, that requires you to make choice, to say, you know what, I may not have always done things well or was perfect in every aspect of life, but now I'm willing to do what I need to do to meet the demands of that reality or the calling on my life as a child of God. So, and that's unique. That's special to be challenged in that way, and not just get a bunch of head knowledge, but to get knowledge from your head into your heart. And that's what I felt like I experienced here. My favorite part of base camp was really the relational aspects with the other men. The fact that we could be so open and honest with each other, challenge each other in our struggles and our differences and so forth. But again, just the relatability aspect of everything was fun to me. So I love the sessions only because there was so much dialogue. It wasn't like a lot of lecturing, but it was more dialogue to be able to share, to open up, but also to get understanding from others. And that was helpful. That was super impactful. That was fun to me. It wasn't boring. It wasn't, draining. It didn't feel like, something I'm used to doing in a small group setting. But just that dialogue, was amazing and fun in that way. And again, that translated into, outdoor activities and rappelling and everything like that, where, again, ongoing conversations was being had about life, about fun, excitement, manhood. So that made the activities that much more rich and fun to be a part of. The rappelling, the rock climbing, it became more than just an activity with a bunch of guys, but over time, over the days, it became more so, activities I was doing with brothers, like in the faith, other men that was true brothers. So that was exciting. I felt like I could be myself, from the time I arrived. But as time unfolded, like I said, I felt like I could be my true self with brothers in the faith. And that's the best part to me about base camp.